Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here and welcome back to a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video we're going to be talking about how the original ending of Season 9 and 10 did not originally involve the Oni. So of course, as be the tradition for several videos at this point, we're going to go ahead and read a tweet from Tommy Andreasen. I probably should have been following this series of tweets since the beginning and making, videos about all of these seasons that have come up, but nothing really has been as interesting as, what Seasons 7, 8, and 9 kind of had for their tweets. So we're going to go ahead and read the Season 9 tweet right now. Of course, Tommy Andreasen is from the Ninjago staff. He is one of the co-creators of the show, so let's go ahead and see what he has to say. We rewrote both the ending and scenes in already finished episodes several times. There was originally no intention to explain what happened to the Oni and to bring them into Ninjago. But once we had the idea for March of the Oni, we put the clues in. So this is basically regarding several episodes from Ninjago Hunted, otherwise known as Season 9, and the fact that they weren't originally supposed to add the Oni in there was, kind of interesting when I read this for the first time. I mean, it seemed like the entire March of the Oni, leading up to that with Seasons 8 and 9, all of that was leading towards, this big climactic battle between the ninja and the Oni. It was like that since Season 8, so to find out that we weren't originally supposed to have the Oni in Ninjago, that's kind of interesting. I mean, I don't know who the villain would have been during Season 10. Of course, Season 9 went along fine without the Oni in there. And of course, there were multiple mentions of Oni, and there was even an Oni in there in the form of Mistake, but you could have taken her out and the story would probably have not been any different because she just ended up dying anyway, right? But it's really interesting to think that the Oni weren't supposed to appear at all. I mean, they weren't supposed to appear in March of the Oni, which obviously that would have been a different, thing altogether for the 10th season. And to think that March of the Oni came before Hunted in terms of development is actually kind of intriguing as well. I mean, think about it. What the tweet basically explained was that they had the idea for March of the Oni, they had already written a draft for Season 9, and they just went back and put in little Oni clues in Season 9's story to go ahead and make them, have more sense in, March of the Oni as to how they appeared. They actually were physically there, which, again, I was expecting, but apparently wasn't supposed to be that way. It was honestly supposed to have some sort of different villain, apparently, or it was either not going to be focused on anything Oni related at all, which, again, is kind of intriguing there. And it also does surprise me that Hunted was as good as it was, even with the continuous rewrites and everything like that in between each episode and scattered around like that. I mean, traditionally when you go back and rewrite things like that far into production, it tends to not have a good result, and say what you will about Ninjago Hunted, but I thought it was actually fairly decent, and I thought March of the Oni was decent as well, regardless of what a lot of people might have to say about that. I liked it. I thought it was okay. So in general, I think it's actually pretty astounding that we actually weren't supposed to see the Oni in Ninjago at all, and March of the Oni and Ninjago Hunted are as good as they are, even with the continuous rewrites. I mean, it sounds like the production was actually kind of, I don't know, it sounds like it wasn't really as fluid as it could have been. It definitely sounds like there were a few roadblocks along the way, but in general, I'm really impressed with what Hunted managed to set up for March of the Oni, and I'm really happy with the way that the story went. However, I can't help but think that maybe the story would have been a little different if the Oni weren't obviously in, those series in a physical manner. How would the story have been different? Feel free to let me know that in the comments down below. What do you guys think would have happened if the Oni would have just stayed out of Seasons 8, 9, and 10? Feel free to leave all your thoughts on that down below in the comments. I look forward to reading those. But of course, with all that being said, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video here. If you enjoyed the video, as always, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up rating, guys. That would very much mean a lot to me. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. That would very much be appreciated. And also, guys, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you've not done so already. That would help me out quite a bit too. Once again, guys, the comment section is yours for the various discussions that you would like to have regarding this topic, or if you just had a comment of a general nature, that's fine as well. In the description, you'll find the links towards my other forms of social media, whether it be my Twitter, my Instagram, my Patreon, or my merch. Be sure to support me on all those platforms if you would like to. With all that being said, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video once again. My name is TannerFishies, and with that, I bid you farewell.